Hey guys, I wanted to make a video. I haven't made one in a while. Usually I make videos about mystery and things going on in the area, but today I wanted to do something a little different and I want to post something personal. I have what's called Tourette syndrome. Most of you probably already know what that is. If you ask me to sum it up, I would just say it's a neurological condition that causes you to do things, um, I guess you would say involuntarily, like touching things, making noises, rolling your eyes, um, doing movements repeatedly, like over and over. It's just something that's not within your control. And I have had it since I was about 5 years old. Um, my Tourette started with me cussing under my breath when I was about 5, and it lasted for about 6 months, and then my tic changed to me rolling my eyes, moving my eyes, batting my eyes repeatedly. My mother took me to the doctor, and he said it was just habits, that kids get habits and I would outgrow it, which I never did. Um, over the years, I've went through many different tics, but as an adult, when I was probably, I would say maybe 15 years ago, my tics stopped and developed into about 2 to 3 tics. And for the past 15 years, those are the only tics that I've had, and they're subtle. So a lot of people don't recognize or realize that I have Tourette's because I'm kind of good at hiding them. Uh, Not that I'm trying to hide them, it's just that they're very subtle tics. Um, I have one when I try to go to sleep at night, and I'll tick until I fall asleep. And then others are even more subtle than that, and people don't really realize them. Um, so I will just say having Tourette's is not fun. Mine has been more mild. I feel really bad for those who have had it worse. All three of my kids have gotten it from me. My 8-year-old has not been officially diagnosed, but she's just recently kind of started with the tics. My 20-year-old has basically outgrown his. And it's possible to outgrow Tourette's. A lot of people don't, but some people do. And he's one of the lucky ones that basically has. And my middle child has like more moderate Tourette's. It's worse than any of the rest of us. And he deals with a lot of different tics, and it is just more apparent with him, and he struggles with it more. And he was diagnosed when he was like 5 or 6. But I knew the day he was born that he had Tourette's. And people would argue that's not possible, but I'm telling you it is. He was born with tics. And people would say, "Oh, why is he making that noise? What's going on?" And deep down, I knew he had Tourette's. I just knew that he did. I didn't maybe know it was the terminology Tourette's, but I knew he had what I had. And at the time, I didn't have a name for what I had. I didn't have a name for what I had until he was diagnosed. And then I got diagnosed because of that. So, I've dealt with this for a long time. And then dealing with my kids and seeing them go through it. So now I would like to let my middle son, talk about um, how it feels to live with Tourette's and what Tourette's means to him.
So I was diagnosed with Tourette's at a very young age, and throughout my life, it's progressed and it's gotten worse, more subtle. But it also plays a part in society, as when people don't understand why you make the noises you do or you make the movement you do. So when people don't understand what it is and they see you doing those things, they can sometimes purposely insult you, not purposely. They can sometimes question things, and sometimes it gets out of hand, sometimes it's fine. Mostly it consists of two things: verbal tics and physical tics. Physical, obviously, being things where you twitch, roll your eyes, things like that. Verbal ones being noises that you make. Most commonly, I believe, are noises, but I have both of them. Um, Mostly, Tourette's progresses in puberty and when you're developing more in the teenage years. It likes to get worse. Um, Tourette's, it's been something that I had to deal with. Obviously, get used to it, but it's very annoying, especially when you do develop a new one, because your brain will hear something or see something you do, and it can turn it into a reoccurring thing that you are forced to do. If you don't do it, pressure will build up basically around the area that it happens to. So if I have a noise where I have to make a noise out of my mouth, or let's say if I have to roll my eyes, if I don't roll my eyes, a certain type of pressure will build up around my eyes, which causes me to do that action. So it's a more of like an itch. When you get a really bad itch, you have to do it. You know how to itch it. That's kind of how Tourette's is, and it builds up more and more until you do it. Um, and it's just something that you got to deal with. But over time, you can get less annoying or less stressful to deal with. But some cases, it doesn't get better or it gets a little bit worse. But in the end, it's something you just have to deal with. Eventually, hopefully, they come up with a way to fix it. But in the meantime, there's not really any way to cure it. But there is certain medicines that do tone it down for some people. But I haven't had too much luck with those. Another thing is that a lot of people in the media get mixed up about it. Some people think it's cute. Other people think that it's something that you can easily stop. But you can't stop it because you can tone it down. You can kind of suppress it. At the end of the day, you're going to have to do ticks. Something you can't stop. And people say it's cute, but at the end of the day, it's something that it's not very. In some people's eyes, it's cute, maybe, but in the person who has it, it's not cute at all. It's very annoying, frustrating. It can stress you out sometimes, obviously. It's just something that gets mixed up a lot online. Some people even will fake it, so then it's also hard with people who do have Tourette's, who will get accused of faking it. So it's a whole thing. Obviously, people can fake it, but don't immediately assume, because for all you know, you could just horribly mess up someone's day by saying, "Oh, you're faking something that you've dealt with for years." So you always don't want to do that. Is there people that do it for attention? Yes, but end of the day, don't just go around accusing people, because I've seen a lot of people do that.
So, you heard from him how it's been living with Tourette's and his take on it. He did a very good job describing what it's like. Um, and I don't know if I mentioned earlier about his medicine, but he tried medicine and it just made him like a zombie. And he wasn't doing well in school. He couldn't focus. It just did not work. And the doctor suggests that we try to deal with it with no medicine. And I agreed. So that's how we've handled that. And some people's Tourette's is so bad that they have no choice but to go on medicines. It's just, in my opinion, they haven't come up with the right medicine yet to help this Tourette's for people, to help the tics, to help the kind of that overwhelming feeling that you get when you have to do a tic. To me, medicine doesn't even touch it. Some people may have better experience with the medicines than we have. I would like for you to reach out and leave a comment if you have Tourette's or know somebody with Tourette's. If you have any experiences you would like to share, or what it's like for you living with it. Anything you would like to say in the comments, please feel free. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to be notified of future content. Thanks.